You already know this. There is a life you could be living and a life you're actually living. Between those two is a thin but deadly wall made of 3 words: later, not now. Excuses rarely sound ugly. They sound reasonable, mature, even smart. I'm too busy right now. I need to fix my situation first. When things calm down, I'll focus on myself. In the moment, these lines feel like protection from stress, from risk, from failure. But every time you choose the comfortable lie over the uncomfortable truth, you pause your own progress. Your future self is out there, waiting, watching, wondering, will they finally move today? The crazy thing is, you're not a bad person, you're not stupid, and you're not even truly lazy. You're just used to negotiating with yourself, and you keep losing that. This chapter is your wake-up call. Your excuses are not harmless. They're quietly turning one day into never. Before we talk about change, we have to be honest. Your future doesn't need the version of you who talks about goals. It needs the version who finally admits, I've been lying to myself. And that ends now. Excuses are not random. They are a smart survival mechanism of your brain. Your mind is wired to avoid pain and seek comfort. So whenever you think about doing something uncomfortable, waking up early, studying, working out, starting a side hustle, confronting a truth, your brain throws excuses at you like a shield. You're too tired. You won't succeed anyway. You'll look stupid. People will judge you. None of this is about your actual ability. It's about your fear. Excuses are fear dressed up as logic. They sound like rational reasons, but if you look deeper, they're just protecting your comfort zone. And here's the brutal truth. Your comfort zone is safe, but nothing grows there. Your future, your dream, your full potential, they all live outside that zone. So every time you repeat an excuse, what you're really saying is, my fear is more important than my future. That sounds harsh, but sometimes the truth has to sting a little to wake you up. The moment you start seeing excuses not as facts, but as stories your mind is telling you, you create a gap where you can choose differently. Excuses don't feel dangerous because their damage is delayed. When you say, I'll start tomorrow, your life doesn't collapse. When you skip one workout, one study session, one opportunity, nothing dramatic happens. That's why it's so easy to keep doing it. But think long-term. Excuses are like small leaks in a ship. A little water doesn't sink you immediately, but ignored for years, it pulls you under. Every excuse has a cost your future self must pay. When you don't learn skills today, your future career options shrink. When you don't take care of your body now, your future health and energy suffer. When you avoid difficult conversations and healing, your future relationships repeat the same painful patterns. There is another cost people rarely talk about: self-trust. Every time you promise yourself, I'll do it, and then you don't, a small part of you stops believing your own words. One day you wake up and realize you don't trust yourself anymore. That's the real damage. Your future doesn't just need your effort, it needs your trust in yourself. Excuses steal that silently. The good news? The moment you stop paying that cost, you start rebuilding your future. And everything changes when you stop saying, I can't, and start saying, I'm choosing not to. It sounds small, but it's a massive shift. I don't have time becomes I'm choosing other things over this. I'm not good at it becomes I haven't practiced enough yet. I can't wake up early becomes I'm choosing not to sleep earlier. When you talk like this, it feels uncomfortable at first because you can't hide behind excuses anymore. But that discomfort is your power returning. Ownership is the doorway to change. You cannot improve a life you refuse to admit you control. Yes, there are things outside your control: where you were born, your family, unexpected events. But there is still a huge part that is yours: how you respond, how you spend your time, what you focus on, what you tolerate, what you practice daily. Your future self doesn't need a perfect past, it needs a present where you start owning your choices. So next time you catch yourself saying an excuse, Stop and rephrase it as a choice. It might hurt your ego, but it will strengthen your character. And your future is built on character, not comfort. If you wait to feel ready, you'll be waiting for years. Motivation is unstable. It comes and goes like weather. Successful, future-focused people don't depend on motivation. They depend on systems. A system is a small, simple structure that makes the right action easier and the wrong action harder. For example, instead of saying, "I'll study when I feel like it," you set a fixed time, Joe PM every day, answer minutes no matter what. Instead of, "I'll work out when my mood is good," you commit to walking for Ursers minutes right after lunch daily. Instead of, "I'll try to use my phone less," you put it in another room while you work. Your future needs you to stop asking, "Do I feel like it?" and start asking, "Is it in my system?" Feelings are allowed, but they don't get to drive. The woo minute rule is powerful. When your mind starts building excuses, tell yourself just woo minutes. Study for woo minutes. Clean for ooh minutes. Exercise for ooh minutes. Most of the time, once you start, the resistance drops. Your future self doesn't care how you felt today. It cares what you did despite your feelings. Ben, you might think you lack willpower, but often what you really lack is a supportive environment. Your surroundings either feed your excuses or starve them. If your phone is always in your hand, notifications always popping, "Of course I don't have time" feels true. If your room is messy, your desk cluttered, your mind will feel scattered too. If your closest people mock your goals or live with no discipline, your excuses will feel normal. Changing your environment is one of the fastest ways to protect your future. Remove what feeds your excuses, delete time-wasting apps, turn off unnecessary notifications, keep your phone away while working. Add what feeds your growth, a visible to-do list, a book on your table, a clean workspace, reminders of your goals on your wall. Surround yourself as much as possible with people who are disciplined, focused, and hungry for growth. You don't need perfect conditions, you just need better ones than yesterday. Your future self won't remember every excuse you had, but it will live with the environment you chose. Build a world around you that makes progress feel natural and excuses feel out of place. And pause for a moment and imagine this. It's 5 or 10 years from now. You knock on a door and your future self opens it. What do you see? Are they healthy, confident, financially stable, doing work they care about, surrounded by better people, more peaceful inside? Or do you see someone tired, bitter, stuck in the same cycles, scrolling through life and calling it living? That future version of you is being built by the choices you make every single day. Imagine the stronger version of you speaking to you now. Please stop delaying. Stop saying tomorrow. I am living in the body you're building today. I am spending the money you learn to earn now. I am enjoying the peace you create by cutting toxic habits and excuses. This isn't just imagination, it's a tool. Whenever you feel an excuse forming, ask, "What does my future self want me to do right now?" Sit for answer seconds and really listen. The answer is usually simple and uncomfortable and exactly what you need. Your future needs you to think beyond today's mood and act for tomorrow's benefit. Lance, there is always a specific day in every success story where things didn't magically get easy, but the person decided, "I'm done living like this." That day is rarely dramatic from the outside. No big announcements, no fireworks, no perfect conditions. Just a quiet, private decision, no more excuses. "I owe my future better than this." That day can be today for you. Not because this video is special, but because you are finally tired of seeing your potential go to waste. Think of one area of your life that your future self desperately needs you to fix: your health, your studies, your money, your mindset, your habits. Don't plan for next month or next year. Decide one small action you will take today. Not a fantasy, not a dream, an action. Write it down. Do it. Then tomorrow, do another. You won't become a new person overnight, but your direction can change in a single moment. Your future doesn't need a perfect hero. It needs a present you who is willing to start, fail, adjust, and keep moving. One day, you'll look back on this exact day and whisper, "That's when everything began to change." You've listened this far, and that already tells me something important. There is a part of you that is not okay with staying the same. You might feel tired, scared, or overwhelmed, but you also feel that pull, that quiet voice saying, "I was meant for more than this." Excuses have had their turn. They protected you when you were afraid. They comforted you when you were insecure. But now they are holding you hostage. Your future is not a random event waiting to happen. It is a result waiting to be built. Every "I'll start tomorrow" pushes that result further away. Every "I'm too busy, too tired, too scared" builds a wall between you and the life you secretly dream about. But every small step you take today, every promise you keep to yourself, every excuse you refuse to repeat, becomes a brick in the foundation of that future. So here is your choice. Keep feeding your excuses and meet a future full of regret, mamambai bamgrat, or start feeding your effort and meet a future full of gratitude. Your future needs your courage, your discipline, your action. It does not need your excuses. Decide that today you will show up for the person you could become, not just the comfort you feel right now. If you want real change in your life, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a motivational video that could transform your future.